Okie dokie. We're just getting right into this. Just gotta move this over to the side so that I can see both of these. Excellent. It says I'm live, but where am I? Try this one more time. There we go. It just took a second. Just to make sure my audio levels are good. That's my voice. Give it a second. Okay, we're good. Good to go. Good. Oh, Guardian Corps.
Okay, time to hunt some Lassie.
So what, we find him and that's that?
Don't get all hot and bothered.
No, we find them, and then I save my friend. Oh, the tiny ice cube. That's interesting. Stop all of them. Such an interesting looking motorcycle.
Hold on!
Are they shooting at them already? That's a little irritating. Well, I guess she is a Lassie already, so that would kind of make sense. It's very bad at driving that thing, though. Ah, yes. Land in the weird bubble. That was a decent jump. Oh, should get eaten up by the liquid portal. That's okay. Well, that was unfortunate. Oh, okay. And the fact that he survives this fall is only a little bit weird. Only slightly weird that he survives a fall like that. Don't get me wrong, I realize it was in sand. And the sand kind of broke the fall a little bit, but like, he fell from up there. Where are we in the story, Pooks? Let me try to remember right quick. Nobody's back together yet. I got Odin and Shiva. This is Final Fantasy 13.
I knew you were
Yes, good old Final Fantasy.
Snap to it.
He was captured by Fang, so that's where we're currently at.
Hunting Lassie.
Everybody else is still like moving through like the underground up top in Cocoon. And they're all finally figuring out their Lassie or Falsey. I think it's Lassie. I always get them confused. I think it's what? Save already. I literally just did a cutscene, but apparently it's very imperative that I save this game right now. Yeah, I think we're chapter 5 now. Yes. I don't think we got down yet. But I could be wrong. Falsey bad, Lassie good, but apparently they just hunt the Lassie anyways. Because, like, you have magical powers now. We don't like you. I can't wait till Cloud's cutscene with Sora. They should just like put like Cloud and Sora just in every game from now on.
Where we headed?
Just, and not even like just right there. Like could have them like jumping off into the background somewhere, like over in the corner right there, just because.
What?
Just be sitting there. There's this big serious scene, and then like Sora just jumps through the background with his giant shoes. Yeah, zero context whatsoever. Random obligatory Pluto just like running through trying to find like Sora and Goofy, because Sora, Goofy, and Donald, because just like that's just how it is. Because at the end of every game, Pluto's just like, where the fuck did everybody go?
Closest city that way is Palom.
It's a good thing I'm a dog. Just sniff them out, find out where the fuck everything is.
Those two are caught in the net.
What do we do?
What do we do?
Or like have like this big comedic moment, and like just one of them just shows up for no reason at all. Like Cloud's sword just drops down in front of somebody, and he just like walks by. Sorry,
Rat.
didn't mean to drop that, and then just like leaves. No context, no like interaction. He's just there for part of a cutscene. Or like say like there's a bar or a hotel, and he's just like standing off in the background. And just in the cutscene, when the cutscene ends, he's not there.
I figured out the trash can I have a hanger on,
Because we set up.
but it's the hanger that has
It was
the
like
mini
he'd
hooks, so
forgotten.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Either that or like the ones for pants.
yeah.
Or like have it like
You want to get
one of them will show up once, and like it's Sora first, and then friggin' Riku shows up later on. Like, where the hell did he go? All right, I got all these points, don't I? Before I get my first battle, let's heal some. Or let's advance some people. Yay! I got a roll as a medic. Or I guess a roll level, because I was already a medic. Almost. Oh. I was like, why are you not going? Yay! Oh. Cardio. I understand the exercise grind. I go to the gym at 5 a.m. every morning. Slacked a little bit this week, though. The things I do to be stronger and so that I can eat more. No, 5 a.m. Did I just say 5 or did I say 5 a.m.? Oh, 3:45. Okay, so you're up like right and ready to go. 5 a.m. is a good time for me just because I don't go to bed until like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. Need at least a little bit of sleep. Tiny bit. I also got to let the kids sleep too, because I take my eldest fella with me. Well, middle fella. Blame the room. I blame my ridiculous amount of caffeine drinking years ago for that. Yeah, my youngest fella wants to go too. It's usually me and my oldest son. And the little guy wants to go too, but he's not old enough. The gym won't let him yet. Yeah, no, I used to drink between 8 to 10 energy drinks a day, every single day for 9 months straight, because I used to work 90 plus hours a week. and I only slept 10 hours a week, or yeah, 10 hours a week every week for that 9 months. So I needed them to function. It was a terrible time.
You're gonna regret this.
Apparently, everybody's gonna regret this. Damn fucking Flandragoras. Yeah, that's what it does to me too now. Like, I limit myself to one a day, just because, like, you know, obviously, angry peppers. Exactly. This is where all the spice comes from. What's really happening is these people are actually just really small. They're and that's what peppers look like in real time. They look like this. Yeah, no, my friggin' doing the 2 jobs and then drinking that many energy drinks. I don't sleep properly anymore. Like I'll go to bed at like 10 or 11, and then I wake up at around 12:30, and then I'm up at like 2 something, and then finally I get up at 5, and then I'm out the door. Like doing that for so long, I pretty much I can run. I'd say optimally at like 5 hours, but like if need be, I could do like 2 hours and be fine. Enough procrastinating. How dare you? This is Procrastinators Anonymous. We have meetings. Best meetings ever.
Now you're talking.
But just remember, it got rescheduled. It's rescheduled till next week. It's all right. It's all right.
Well, I guess this is better than homicidal scorpion robots and mountains drag.
I guess this is better than homicidal scorpion robots. I don't know, man. Like, we're getting like food additives that are quite angry with us.
You know, this place would make a nice picnic spot, minus all the uninvited guests.
Nice picnic spot, except for all of the plants that would like to kill you. But it's okay. Don't worry about it. That's just how it works. Best picnic spot ever, especially when chilies are extra spicy and extra violent. We all need bags.
What?
I said we all need bags.
I do. I need more.
How could you?
I also took the chips, so I'm just a criminal now again.
Thieves. Thieves with low dexterity. They steal, but they just get caught. Sometimes they get away. It's just they just admit to it. Their bluff skill is also very low. It's like just walking. Did you just steal that? Yes. Are you admitting to this?
Weed killer when you need.
No.
No daydreaming now.
Ah, time to kill all of the... Well, I guess I can't really call them frogs. They have tails. But I guess frogs do have tails when they're going from tadpole to frog. They have that in-between stage. The spikes are a little throw-off, though. Ah, Jake the Snake. I see you, my guy. One of my... somebody I know was actually trained by Jake the Snake. right. I see everybody. I see all and everything, except for I really don't. That's why I have glasses. I'm partially blind. My vision sucks. It's not like absolutely appalling, but it's appalling enough.
Try to be just a little quiet.
And like,
Okay? All we know,
I feel like some people that need glasses that don't know that they need glasses, like it's such a difference. I remember like I went through, I think it was like most of school. I got my glasses I think like end of grade 10, I think it was. And like just having the glasses on the drive home, and the amount I could see was absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like, I remember driving by signs and just, like, looking into the distance and being like, oh my god, I couldn't read that before. And I'm like, I couldn't even make out that those were letters. But, unfortunately, 'tis life. But it's like, I was also one of those people, like, I had to sit up front of the class because of that reason, but it wasn't, like, I didn't know that, so, like, it made learning hard, especially if they did seats by, like, name order and stuff, and I ended up, like, in the middle or the back of the classroom. Like, always squinting and shit. And always having headaches. Although, the thing that sucks is whenever you get, like, a new prescription for glasses, or, like, you haven't, like, I always wear my glasses, like, unless I'm going to, like, bed or showering. But, like, if I end up, like, breaking them or, like, getting a new prescription, like, my prescription gets updated, you always get, like, headaches the first little while you're using them. Because your eyes have to, like, focus to seeing differently. But, like, it's so worth it. Like, I remember, I went to go pick something up in the car once, and my glasses were, like, barely hanging together, and then they just, like, straight up, like, broke. They were pretty much fucking useless, so I wasn't wearing them, and, like, my vision is at the point where I can just legally drive without glasses, which I think is fucking stupid and wild, because when I drove the car, and, like, how, like, little I could see, and then, like, being at night, and, like, the lights from the cars making everything worse, and then it's starting to rain and making everything worse than that. Like, anybody who is just at the point they don't need to wear glasses to fucking drive is fucking insane. Like, there should be much stricter regulations on that part. Because, like, I like, driving home that day with, like, the glasses, like, not having the glasses, and, like, how crazy it was, like, I was fucking terrified. I was like, I can't see anything. I was like, the second somebody comes at me with, like, another vehicle, I was like, I'm almost instantly blinded. It's like, and not to mention, like, the fact that hit the buttons properly, and, like, I couldn't see, like, fucking anything. I only need one save file. Why did it go out of the save? I deleted one. Wait, what? Oh, I hit... no. I hit the back button, not the delete button. Save file deleted. Better. But yeah, so, like, anybody who thinks they need glasses definitely should get checked, because it definitely changes your perspective. Like, well, obviously it changes your perspective because they're fucking glasses. But, like, just the way you see things, like, the world in general. And, like, it changes how you live your life, in a sense. Just because now, like, some things aren't as hard as others. War and Peace. I remember, I remember when these things used to be weaker. Yeah, that's because Lightning was in my party, and her weapon is, like, ridiculous right now. But that is perfectly fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. Eventually, we'll get to the point when these storylines stop splitting off. How dare he use fire against me? Wait, was there... No. Oh my god, there are so many really angry vegetables.
Great. Here's a bumper crop.
Like you can see, they're just being grown off the vines there, and then they just get really angry. They sit there, there's nobody around, just other peppers, and then when they touch themselves, they burn because they're, like, you know, spicy. So then they just get angry with each other. But it is what it is. Also looks like they're kind of melting at the bottom. Maybe they're like... Maybe this is what happens when, like, you leave them go and they just get really unripe. Like, they start to, like, rot. They also seem to be bubbling. Yeah, it's like it's definitely like mold growing. There's definitely mold growing inside of those peppers. That's why they're so that's definitely why they're angry. They're moldy on the inside. They're melting on the bottom. You can hear them bubbling.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
I don't know what this lady has seen in her life. The fact that these peppers are not scary. If I was wandering through some set of woods or like a city or something and there were like magical pepper people trying to like attack me, I think I'd be pretty terrified. Like, even after, like, watching somebody that I was standing next to get turned into a fucking icicle. But I guess they can use magic at the same time, so, like, maybe they have seen some wilder things. Gotta make sure to get all of these things. Get that treasure chest. Oh, there's 3 of them this time. I'm probably going to have to heal this battle, but that is okay. We will be fine. Oh, one is staggered. Let's get rid of this guy. Hopefully this next one will do it, because then I have to fucking heal.
Change is good, Pops.
Did she just call him Pops?
Follow my lead, Pops.
Makes me think of, what Terminator movie was it? It was the one with, the lady that plays in Game of Thrones. That plays Khaleesi. And she was calling him Pops the whole time. I wonder how often, like, the chocobo in his afro gets, like, really, really hurt. Because, like, he's just sitting there, the chocobo's just, like, living, basically, in the top of his head. For the most part. Just sitting there having a time, then we get in these battles, and he just starts getting, like, swatted around, electrocuted, waterboarded, fucking set on fire. That's another interesting question too, like when you think about it and like all this magic, it's like what are these people's like hair and clothing made out of? Because like, you know, these people are getting like set on fire and electrocuted and like soaked and like their like their hair doesn't get like lit up. Like I feel like that's a little weird, like especially the fire part. Like, friggin' sitting there is like, oh yeah, like, Firaga. Hey, God, what's going on? Any miracles today? Or lots of wrath? Is it a wrathful day? Oh, both? A little bit of both? Okay, a little bit of even. You gotta even it out sometimes. Can't always be like making people happy, but you also gotta, you know, put your foot down every now and again. Understandable. Yeah, like I've like back to like the hair fire thing. Like I've set my hair on fire before. It's very fucking easy. Like I don't understand how these people are having like fireballs thrown at them, and they're just like, oh yeah, no, my hair is fine. Like I was at work and I was soldering like a piece of copper, and I was like, oh, I think I got the back of this joint. Let me check. And all I did was I leaned forward a little bit to look at the back of it, and it was one hair was slightly longer than the other on my beard, and like my beard likes to split in half in the middle right here, so there was like one hair on this side that was like down here, and it caught, and just the one hair just burnt all the way up, and then set the rest of that side on fire, and like I lost like I think it was like 4 inches. So it's like I see things like this, and these people are like throwing around all these fucking fireballs, and it's just like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. My hair is good. Like, does magic fire burn different? Like, what's going on here? Like, I don't understand. Like, I can understand maybe the clothes, because you get like different gear that makes you slightly like more magic resistant and shit. But like, is there? Oh no, like yeah, I guess like they could probably make some kind of like hair product. Make some like magic resistant hair product that everybody's washing their hair with, just in case they come across a monster or another person that decides to accidentally throw a fireball their way. Maybe it's l'Cie, you know. Doctor Code. Like, look at it. Like, these people are obviously superhuman, because, like, look at the gap she's jumping. Like, if you put her here, that's obviously, like, a 10 or 15 foot gap, and she's, like, just casually just, huh, there I go.
There should be a dock on the other side of these trees.
Like, and like, I get it, like, they're like, important characters in this story, and, like, especially at this point where they've all been made, like, magical entities where they get, like, extra powers and they can summon things. Goofy mechanics, exactly. But like, you know, like they're casually just jumping like 15 to 30 foot gaps with no problem. Set on fire and their hair is fine, but like I guess we've already discussed that with the magical resistant shampoos that they have. Because there's no other way. Like, hair is so ridiculously flammable, it's not even funny. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous coming from, like, I don't know if you were here a second ago, Elliot, but I've set my beard on fire before by accident.
You're right.
So, like, I actually, like, I understand how flammable hair is. Like, it was literally one strand of hair, like, it wasn't a bunch of them, it was one, and it just burnt all the way up, and I lost half of my beard. So, like, there's got to be something going on. There's got to, like, it's my only guess is they do the same thing they do with their clothes. Like, when you get all these equipments and stuff like that like negate magic damage or like fire resistance or just like magic in general.
What'd you wish for?
Hair burns up quick. Oh, exactly. I'm surprised. Like, that was the first thing I was like, what is that smell? And then I looked down and half of my beard is just like 4 inches shorter. And I was like, oh. Well, that sucks. But yeah, like, so, like, that's the only thing I can think of, is they use the same kind of technology that they use for, like, all of this, like, magic-resistant clothing, and they just use it for their hair. Like, there's gotta be, like, shampoos and stuff. Shampoos and body washes and, you know, whatever.
Okay, it's my turn to wish.
But, like, other than that, like, there's no other... There's nothing else I can think of that would do that, because like unless people are casting like fucking shell on themselves all of the time, and like shell just like negates the burning.
Seth?
Huh?
You alright?
It's it might be the play style. Like not a lot of people like the turn-based combat. It's why, like, when Baldur's Gate won Game of the Year, like, I feel like that's one of the reasons that it was so controversial. Like, that was an even, like, slower kind of turn-based combat. Like, I feel like when you like JRPGs like this where the combat is turn-based, like, you like all, like, or majority of JRPGs, because some of them are bad. But, like, some people, primers, powerful scale beasts. However, the enemies are slow on its feet, avoid encounters. Okay, whatever. But, like, you know, some people are more into, like, the action-adventure-oriented ones. Some people are more into, like, Souls-like games and stuff like that, where you can, like, actually, like, parry attacks. Like, myself, I'm not a huge Souls-like person. Like, I'm not saying I hate them, but, like, the combat style isn't what I generally go for. I want to kill it anyways. But, like, I can definitely understand why people aren't into turn-based combat. Like, I know a lot of people that just, they're like, nah, turn-based isn't my jam, isn't the way I go about things. Like, they like to be, like, ingrained in the combat itself. This is Final Fantasy 13. It's an old PlayStation 3 game, if I remember correctly. Can't remember what fucking era it's from now, because I haven't played them in forever. But, like, that's also the reason that I think that they, Brogo Calm, what the heck? Xbox 3. Well, I knew it was like Xbox 360, but like I think it came out on I think it was like PS3 first, because like most Final Fantasies are placed there. They're usually Sony first, just because like Final Fantasy was always Nintendo until PlayStation came out. Oh, okay. Ooh. War and Peace, gotta heal some. Oh, he's like actually down because I wasn't paying attention. But, oh, who was I responding to? Oh, yeah, right, the not getting into it. But, yeah. I can't remember if I beat that person. I haven't played these games in forever. Most of them I've gone through and, like, beaten, like, everything, but it's been forever since I've played most of the older ones. I usually replay, like, 6 through 9 every now and again, just because they're my favorite ones out of the series. But yeah, like, most people have, like, a certain play style they like for game mechanics, which is understandable. Have Final Fantasy 1 and 2 on my PlayStation 1. I find, like, a lot of the older ones are, like, really simple, like, but, like, I like, activating Project Shadow. 12 is your favorite? Like, for that, how you can program everyone? I'm, hardest boss, in my opinion? Oh, man, a lot of good questions in here. I wasn't really fond of the combat from 12, just because I find it's, like, very, very MMO-like. And don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't like MMOs, but, like, for, like, a single-player game, and, like, sometimes, like, the gambits for 12, like, they don't act properly. Like, I had the guy that I had as my white mage. I had all of his white magic set up for healing at specific intervals and, like, percentages of health, and they almost never activated until after combat was over. Oh, she got fucking slammed. Holy crap. 2 health, Jesus Christ. She almost got murked. Let's see, hardest boss. Like, are you just, like, hardest boss in general, like, across all games in general? Or are you talking, like, Final Fantasy series? Like, that's a very, very open-ended question. Because, like, if you're talking, like, all games in general, that's, like, a really hard one to go through, because, like, strategy is, like, a different thing in, like, turn-based or, like, tactics-based games as opposed to, like, action-adventure and stuff like that. There's definitely, like, a difference. I'm trying to think, though. If I went with, like, Final Fantasy games, Ruby ruby weapon was really hard, but I'm trying to remember the name of the one from Final Fantasy IX. Penance was a little bit of work, yeah. I'm trying to think now though. Friggin' Omega weapon in fucking Ace. Oh man, I don't know if I can really like narrow it down because like I think I've beaten most, if not all, of the optional bosses in like across all Final Fantasies, aside from like the MMOs, just because like I wasn't really there for some of them. I love 13. I've beaten 13 before. Ozma, that's the one. Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like there's no, just regular 13. Well, time to bring him back from the brink of death. He gets fucking murked by that lightning attack. Jesus Christ. But yeah, like, Ozma was, like, a really, really hard one, even just, like, getting to, because there's so much to him. But, like, I don't think I've had more or less of a time, like, a difficult time with a lot of, like, optional Final Fantasy bosses. Like, I've like, beaten Yzmat from 12. Like, and, like, that's what I mean. Like, when you look at some of those, like, is it hard because they take so long because they're, like, big damage sponges? Is it hard because they hit so hard and you have to heal so often? Like, there's definitely different ways to look about it. But, yeah, like, Yzmat from 12 was hard just because it takes so long. So it's, like, one of those things where it's, like, yeah, like, it's hard, but not really at the same time. It's just, like, I'm trying to think of the name. I don't remember the name of the creature, but they were one of the last enemies you get in Final Fantasy X's arena. And, like, it was just a sponge, like a giant fucking sponge of, like, for damage. But it was easy to beat, because, like, you just sat there and, and you could use the quick hit so that it made it a nemesis. So that you could use the quick hit to make it slowly lose turns, but you're sitting there doing, like, mass amounts of damage and stuff like that all the time. But it's so... And, like, anytime it would go to do, like, a big attack, you could tell, because there was, like, a tell for it. And then you just switch to Yuna, throw a summon in, and you're fucking good to go. So, like, if you're, like, at the start of the game, and you're, like, you don't have... Well, not really the start of the game, but if you don't have, like, some of those attacks... Or, like, you don't understand, like, the strategy for it. That was totally not worth that amount of points. I'm just going to avoid them for now. I wanted to see how many points I'd get for killing one of those.